friends! Welcome back to my channel. This is Cozy Witchling, and today we are going to be taking a look at your next guided action from the universe. So if you're new to Pickacard reading, welcome! This is what we are going to do. You have 3 groups to choose from today. We have group number 1 with this really adorable High Priestess statue figurine. Group number 2 with the Fool. And group number 3, we have the Star. So you can pause the video if you need to and take a look at which one of these groups is calling out to you. And once you're ready, you can go to the description for the timestamps, and I will see you in your group. Bye! Hi group 1s! If you guys have chosen this really cute High Priestess, this is going to be your reading all about your next guided action from the universe. So I'm gonna leave her right there and let's get right into the reading. So I already have picked out the Oracle card for you guys, and we're going to take a look at the Oracle card first, and then we are going to use the Tarot to get further guidance. But what I wanted this reading to be is something along the lines of what is the next action that you should take that is going to be in alignment with your soul's purpose and the action that is going to bring you towards your end goal or your highest satisfaction. So the next action that Spirit or the universe or God is guiding you to take in this moment. So let's start out with the Oracle cards that you have. I'm going to lay everything out. So you guys have the Bardo. Leave it here. Okay, so let's see. Bardo kind of talks about transitions, but let's see what else you guys have. You have Submission, and this is Venus in Pisces. You guys also have Choice with Mars in Libra. Okay, what else? You have 8 of Abundance. This is the 8 of Pentacles. And okay, well, you guys have Go Within, and this is the other, well, this is the High Priestess card in this tarot deck. So it's interesting how you guys have High Priestess. I feel like for you, group number 1 is something to do with your intuition. I'm also seeing like creation and transition. Let's see what else we have. We have You're Ready. Okay. And you have the Hare and Oak, New Opportunities. All right. Okay. I think we kind of know what Spirit is trying to tell us. So basically, the Bardo, as I was saying, talks about transition. The Bardo is kind of like this realm between life and death. It's this purgatory, but it is also, I see it as like you seeing beyond the veil. So you know how in the traditional High Priestess card, she has that little veil that sits behind her, and I feel like your next guided action that Spirit is asking you to take is to tap into your intuition and go beyond the veil or beyond the reality of what you can see, because what I'm seeing is that you, group number 1, has the ability to create any sort of reality that you want in your life. Like you have that creativity, you have that spark within you, and Spirit is saying that it is time for you to tap into your intuition and into your wealth of knowledge. With the Venus in Pisces card with Submission, what I'm seeing is that it is the same kind of message, how this bird, she can actually get out of the cage and be free if she wanted to be. But the thing is, she is actually happy being there. Like she is happy creating her own reality, right? And I feel like you guys have you guys have a very creative nature that maybe in this moment you're not quite tapping into. I'm getting the idea that like maybe your job or whatever you are pursuing in life right now is not really fully in alignment with your creativity. So it might be good for you to do some introspection to see if whether the job that you're doing, the path that you're on, is really what you would want to do for the rest of your life, right? Like, is it really fulfilling you and filling that cup? Is it really connecting you to what you feel drawn towards or what you're aligned to? And I feel that you could be going through a difficult choice. I think that what you're guided to do is not necessarily an easy choice. It might be very risky with this Mars in Libra card. It might be that for you to get to this beautiful rose, you have to go through the thorns that the rose bushes have, right? Like, it's not just an easy plucking of the rose, but it is going to be worth it. The growth and the pain and the process that you go through. However, in this current moment, you might feel really stuck and unable to make a decision. You are possibly just weighing out your pros and cons. And that kind of makes sense too with the Bardo, where you're in like purgatory, unable to decide. But I think if you really think about it and listen to your intuition, I feel like you know what you need to do. You know what is important for you so that you have your highest fulfillment. I feel, especially with the two high priestess cards, that you guys are more tapped into your intuition than you give yourself credit for. Like, you know that what you're doing right now is not fulfilling you. And if you feel like, no, Shio, you're wrong. I'm definitely on the right path. I'm really happy. This might not be the group for you. Maybe try a different group. Or maybe it is that like you follow your intuition and that you're on the right path now. All right, and then let's go on to the next cards. You guys have Eight of Abundance, and this says this is a time of learning and owning your skills. You may feel inspired to go back to school, take seminars on topics that fascinate you, or educate yourself on the healing arts. This is a good time to change jobs or make a career move. The key to success is in the details. Monitor your projects carefully. So, if you are thinking about transitioning, taking that leap, really making a career move, Spirit is encouraging you to do that. It's possibly because the next thing that you are going to do is either going to be your life's purpose, your dream job, or it's going to assist you in getting closer to your life purpose, right? So you're being asked to do that, but I will also say that whenever a card like that come out where it says like, oh, do a career move and stuff like that, make sure you're doing it responsibly as well. Like, that's a difference between changing your career and just leaving everything in shambles without any kind of a plan. Like, do it responsibly, but still have the courage to take that action. And then with the number 2 High Priestess card, you're a very intuitive person, and there are many wonderful insights that lie waiting inside of you. Take time to be quiet and reflect upon the desires of your heart through meditation or prayer. There's no need to take action right now. Be patient with yourself. So I think the time for you to take action is coming. But you do need to weigh out, like the scale, you do need to weigh out the pros and cons and take proper measured action towards your dream. For example, let's say you realize that the 9 to 5 that you're on is not really going to be satisfying for you, right? And that you know that there's a bigger purpose and you figured out what you really want to do in life. You don't necessarily have to quit that 9 to 5 to be able to pursue your dreams. But you could maybe find time, you know, in your free time to work on the things that you want to work on your side hustle. Maybe just putting just like 1-2 hours every day to learn and grow and hone that skill, so that by the time you feel confident enough to know that your the dream job or the dream career that you want to have, the dream business that you want to have is able to take off, you'll be confident enough to leave that 9-to-5 job, or you know, building on it on the side slowly, and maybe in like a year or two the business have taken root. Is that the right way to say it? Or taken flight, and you no longer need to rely on the 9-to-5 job, if that makes sense. So like not really taking that risky action, but also not really just staying on the status quo and being comfortable with something that you're not aligned with. All right, and then it says you're ready and new opportunities. So I think you are ready for new opportunities to come into your life, and you are ready for the blessings, to receive the blessings of these new opportunities. You do need to take little actions, little responsible actions for this new opportunity to come in. Like the opportunities will always present itself, but if you don't take action, then it's just going to be wasted opportunities. So I'm going to take some tarot cards to get more guidance for you guys. So that card wanted to stay. We have the 5 of Coins. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, like I just feel that your luck is turning, you know, new opportunities are coming in. You have the Lovers. So this is about really balancing. I see the Lovers as balancing out your duality, right? Your masculine and feminine energy, having getting the downloads from the universe, at the same time taking necessary action. You have the Hierophant, and I'm seeing this as the counterpart to the High Priestess, but like still following structure, still following the rules and law and order, not being too reckless with your actions. And then we didn't really talk about the 5 of Coins, but that energy is kind of like being left out in the cold. And where is that coming from? Let's see. I'm seeing this as like you being, I'm seeing this as you feeling like you are unable to pursue what your dream career is right now. Like you're feeling left out in the cold. You know what you want in life, but you are unable to pursue it at this moment due to certain life responsibilities. Oh, my brownies are done. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I was making peanut butter brownies and they smell so good. All right, where was I? Okay, so yes, you feel a little disconnected. You feel left out in the cold because you're unable to pursue your passion. And I do see that you are getting a lot of inspiration coming in. I know it can be frustrating when, like, I'm gonna use myself as an example. Like sometimes I get really caught up in, you know, the day-to-day grind, just working all the time, and then I would come home, not really have a lot of energy, but then my mind would just be getting all these inspirations of like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to create this, I want to create that. And sometimes it gets really frustrating because like I don't have the energy to do all of that all the time, right? And I've learned that it is important to pace yourself. Sure, you can have all these inspiration, but there is power in having a notebook where you can jot down all these ideas and come back to it when you have time, because you will have time. You will not be in the energy of just having to work all the time every single day for the rest of your life. There will come a time where you'll have nothing to do, where you're just like, well, I have no plans right now. What should I do? And that's when the notebook is going to come in handy, where you can start working on all these ideas, or just really being disciplined about, yes, I might be tired, I might not have the energy, but sometimes it's just us being a little lazy, if I'm being honest. And you really just gotta push yourself and tell yourself that, like, hey, this is important to me. I'm going to work on it for maybe an hour, right? Off every day. The Hermit. Yes, I think with this Hermit card, well, this is also Virgo energy, and we're coming into Virgo season soon, so that's kind of interesting. But with the Hermit, I just feel that it is important for you to take solitude, right? Like to go into your energy, take that alone time to create this thing that is calling out to you. I feel like you just have group number one, like you have something, a passion, a creative project, something in you that is just calling out to you so loudly that you can't ignore it anymore, that you need to start creating it. Bottom of the deck energy, you guys have the Eight of Cups. So it's time for you to walk away from old patterns, old habits that are not working for you anymore. And I'm not seeing this as walking away from your current job. Although, if your current job is soul-sucking, horrible, definitely not making you feel good, and it's a pain to drag yourself to work every single day, then maybe it's time for you to start looking for other jobs, and you might find one that is more in alignment with who you are and what your energy is, right? So it could be that, it could be walking away from that, but it could also be walking away from your mindset and the way you see the world and the way you perceive, and your old patterns, your old habits of giving excuses. Like we all have bad habits that we can definitely benefit from by cutting out of in your lives. That sentence started out so well and then it just went somewhere else. But yeah, so what bad habit do you think you need to leave behind so that you are able to pursue what is important in your life, that is aligned with your soul's purpose, right? So think about that. And I think what the universe is saying is that you are ready. Once you have thought about the things that you need to leave behind and how you're going to pursue or make space for this new opportunity to come in and how you're going to pursue it, then Spirit is saying, go for it, work towards it. Any inspired action that you are getting, you should pursue it. That is the inspiration, the Ace of Wands, the inspiration is coming to you for a reason. This is your time where the Wheel of Fortune is turning. I never see this Wheel of Fortune as like a negative card. I know that it could be good and bad, but I'm really just seeing this as the tides are turning and you are in the, your glow up era, where you're going to have anything that you desire manifest. But you really do have to put in the work and put in the discipline and the action, and understand that it is not necessarily going to be a walk in the park. But go within with the Hermit and the High Priestess. Just go within, figure it out, and then charge head on towards it. All right, so that is the message that I have for you guys today, group number one. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. It was really fun. And thank you so much to your spiritual team, your spirit guides, for letting me tap into your energy. If you have found this reading helpful, you can leave me a like and also leave a comment if you wish to tell me about your stories, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. That would really help me out. And I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye! Hey Group 2s, if you guys have chosen this adorable little full figurine, this is going to be your reading all about guidance from the universe or spirit about your next action. So let's take a look at your oracle cards to see what we have and what they're guiding you to do. So first we have the Queen. And this is the same as the Empress card in the tarot, if you're familiar with that. Let me move her a little more. Okay, I think that'll work. All right, so we're starting out with the Queen card. I'm going to save the interpretations of these oracle cards for towards the end, but what I'm already starting out with is that it's some kind of creation of an idea. All right, you guys also have versatility, and this is Sun in Gemini and third house. So you could be going through a lot of communication. It could be creating something with your brothers or sisters or your family member, or creating something, giving birth a new idea that in the initial phase requires a lot of communicating and like telling people what you want and communicating your vision. And then you have Sun in Sagittarius with enthusiasm, and this is in the 9th house, so this might involve traveling to start this journey or communicating with people that are not local. So a lot of like digital communication, think online communication, working with people from all around the world. And then, okay, you guys also have 10 of Thought. That is the 10 of Swords, which is another air sign, another sign of communication. So really, there's a lot of like communication energy going on. But this card says, a situation that's been troubling you has come to an end, and you can breathe a sigh of relief. With the challenging times behind you, you can now move on. It's important to fully let go at this juncture. Someone in your life may now finally be free of his or her addictions or codependency issues. All right, let's keep that there. And then you guys have, okay, another sword card. So another communication card. You have Guardian of Thought. This is the King of Sword. And it says, you may be called upon to be a spokesperson for a cause close to your heart. Your angels will give you the perfect words, and you'll do brilliantly. You may be asked to be a mentor or find one yourself. This situation involves someone who's professional, a positive attitude, and fresh ideas. This person, who could be you, may be emotionally unavailable. All right? Okay. And then if you had a question or a thought run through your mind, the answer is yes. But I also see this as a sign from your angels telling you, yes, it is time to take a leap of faith. Yes, it is time for you to venture into something that you've always been wanting to do for a while. And you also have no need to worry. And let's see if we have space for this last card. Let me push everything aside a little bit. Oh, okay. Well, this last card is really interesting because, guys, look at this synchronicity. You have the Mouse and Buttercup with Innocence, and this is the Fool card in this Oracle deck. And you guys are group number 2 that chose the Fool figurine. So I really think that the universe is saying it is time for you to start something new. It's time for you to create something new. All right, now with all the oracle cards laid out, I can see a full picture of what is happening. So starting with the Empress, the Queen card, ending off with the Mouse and the Buttercup, the Fool card, I am seeing that you are birthing new ideas into existence. So it starts out with this creative energy that resides in your mind, that is like a spiritual download from the universe, messages that you have been getting, inspirational hits. Our inspiration really do come from a different realm. Like it doesn't just randomly happen. You know, the things that you see, yeah, maybe you might be inspired by stuff that you've seen online, stuff that you see in your day-to-day lives, but the reason why you see those things, why you notice those things, and why you are inspired to create after seeing all these things is because they are meant to be inspirational downloads for you, meant just for you, right? They are fine-tuned specifically for you to receive and for you to understand. So I sometimes used to have this guilt that when I get inspired by things that I've seen online, that I feel like it's not my creative idea, even though, you know, I do make it differently when I create it. And I feel like Spirit is giving this example because you might feel the same worry, or you might have this same imposter syndrome when you are thinking of creating the idea. Like really taking that leap of faith is the scariest part, right? Because there's a lot of thought that comes through your mind. Like the Ten of Swords, like there's a lot of things that will be going through your mind that's going to bother you. You're going to have to think about the logistics. You're going to think about whether it is even a good idea, whether it's going to bring good things into the world or make people happy. There's a lot of stuff on your mind, which is why, like, Spirit and your guardian angels are telling you that they have your back and you don't have to worry. I'm also seeing a lot of yellow in your card, group number 2. Like all your cards have yellow. I mean, yeah, these cards are yellow by nature, but everything else, like it's a lot of sun, like happiness energy. So I really think that you going into this creation mode and birthing something new into life that you are very passionate about, especially with enthusiasm, is going to bring about a lot more happiness into your life. And it's not even that, you know, at the end of the journey that you're going to be happy. I think you are going to really enjoy the process of birthing this into life. Also with the Mouse and Buttercup, a message that came in was that you don't really need to, and with the yellow as well, like the yellow brick road, you don't really need to see the next few steps ahead to take that leap of faith. Because if you already know what's going to happen, if you already have all the plans and all the answers in your head, you're not really taking a leap, are you? Right? You're not leaping into the unknown. It's not a leap of faith. So this is something that you might not have a clear idea of exactly what steps to take, but you know that you want to do it, and you know that it's something that is calling out to you really, really passionately. And then the important advice that Spirit is saying is that there might be quite a lot of ideas for you to saw through, right? To weed through. You should also be open to something that might be different from what you're expecting. So what I'm saying is, let's say you start on this journey and you know you have a rough idea in your head, but along the way you realize, oh hey, this is not really going to work, or I need to change a little bit of what I'm doing to make the process better, to make it more seamless. There might be little things that when you started out you thought is going to be completely fine, like this is going to be the steps that you're going to take, that you realize midway or in the process that there's little things that you'll have to change. And Spirit is saying that that's normal. You know, we always have to constantly go to the drawing board, and like little change like that is just helping you grow and expand and understand more. If you have all the answers to everything, then you're not really going to learn or experience anything new. And this is just teaching you to be more adaptable and to be able to think on your feet. And like a saying that we have at work is, you know, a perfect day is not when nothing goes wrong. A perfect day is when things go wrong and you manage to find a way to salvage it, right? Because that's when you learn the most and that's when you grow the most. And it might not necessarily be the most comfortable, but that's what growing pains is all about, because you know, end up on the other side a much stronger and wiser person, like the King of Swords, where you're not too tied to your emotions. I know that sometimes when you are working on a passion project, that we could get a little too invested emotionally into what we're trying to do, that we're closed off to ideas and opinions from other people, or we just think that our way is the only way. And Spirit is telling you that there might be other ways, that if you are open to it and detach yourself emotionally from what you're wanting, or not what you're wanting, but what your expectations are, if you detach yourself emotionally, that you will be experiencing steps or experiencing stuff that you might not have even thought of before. All right. Okay, and now we are going to go into your tarot to get more. Oh, Wheel of Fortune, that's nice. To get more clarification on what you need to do. So, Spirit, what are the next steps that group number 2 has to take? What steps do they have to take? Let's just open them. So we have 9 of Coins, Knight of Wands. What step should they take? All right. Okay, we have the 8 of Wands. So this is really just inspiration, inspired action, coming in hot. Let's see, what else do we have? The Empress again. You guys are so like in sync. You have so much synchronicities. It's kind of crazy. All right, group number 2. Okay, let's take 2 more cards. Spirit, advice, the Star. Oh, that's a beautiful card to get. And let's do one more. Inspired action. What is the next guided action for group number 2s? My little group number 2s. Spirit, please. Can I get one more? I'll take this one. 7 of Wands. Okay. Okie dokes. I think, okay. Oh, and look at that. Bottom of the deck energy, you guys. Okay, I'm going to put this over here. You guys have the 10 of Swords again. So let's just count the number of synchronicities that we have. We have 10 of Swords, 10 of Swords. The Empress, the Fool, the Fool. I'm surprised that the Fool didn't come out again in this tarot, but I mean, we'll take it. That's a lot of synchronicities, you guys. And now let's get into what your tarot cards are saying. So basically, right, with the Knight of Wands, 8 of Wands, I'm seeing a lot of like fast moving energy, inspired action. Really what Spirit is saying is that get a notebook, get a journal, because when you get inspired messages or sudden hit of creativity, write it down. You might not, you know, we're very fast to, very quick to shut our ideas out, right? You might get an idea and you'll be like, no, that's too insane. But try this activity out, maybe for the next week or the next 2 weeks, right? To just write down any ideas that pop into your head. So no matter how crazy it is, don't overthink it. All right, don't be a 10 of swords. Just write everything down. Because like you never really know. Like, yeah, right now you might not have an idea on how to work on these inspired, you know, creative downloads, but you never know that if the future you would have some ideas on it, right? So write it down and keep a list of things that pop into your head, no matter how random it might be. And like with the 9 of coins, I really do see this as you building a legacy. I think starting now, starting from when you are watching this video, you are going to be transforming into someone who believes in themselves more, someone who is full of creative idea. And Spirit is saying that it is your destiny to believe in yourself and take that leap of faith. With the 7 of Wands, what I'm seeing is you need to understand and really believe in your power, right? 7 of Wands is like a boundary card, having boundaries, but it also means that you understand your value and what you're capable of. And with the Star as well, it might be something that you've hoped for your entire life, maybe to be able to support yourself or to create something that is going to be a wonderful thing for the world, right? It could also be something that you're praying for. And also with the Star, I'm seeing this as Spirit telling you that all your inspirations are messages from the universe. And you know, it's your guardian angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones that are helping you into achieving what you are trying to achieve. All right. Before we end off, actually, I am going to read. So these tarot cards come with like little stories, and I'm really intrigued to see what the 10 of Swords story is, because I have not really read through this book yet. But let's read through that, because it's been calling me since we pulled on these cards and I saw it at the end. So let's see what that story is about. So we have Setna is a Canadian Inuit mythology. It says the 10 of Swords represent backstabbing and betrayal. Setna's father pushes her from his kayak and chops off her fingers when she tries to cling to his boat. She sinks to the bottom of the ocean and becomes consumed with wrath, eternally seeking revenge. All right. So, well, that is a lot more gory than I wanted it to be, but it was very interesting. I am so sorry if that was not what you wanted to hear, but there might be some connections, some people in your life that you might have to sever ties with. I think especially with the Swords energy coming out, that is maybe why Spirit is telling you to not be too emotionally attached. If it's not connections that you're severing ties with, it could be that emotional expectation that you have of the situation that you might have to cut, right? Like to sever ties with. So once you let go of it, once you let go of that weight, you'll be a lot more free to pursue whatever is being called out to you. Group number 2. So that is the reading I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and thank you so much for letting me tap into your energy. Thank you to your spiritual team and your spirit guides for giving me the messages that are meant for you today. I'm sending you lots of love, and lots of love to your family, loved ones, no matter where they may be, your spiritual team. If you have found this video helpful or you resonated with it, you can give me a like. You can also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, or leave me a comment to tell me about your stories, because I would love to read them. And hopefully I see you in my next video. Bye! Hey group threes, if you guys have chosen this adorable little star figurine, this is going to be your reading all about your next guided step that the universe has for you. So we are going to start out with the oracle cards that I've already picked out for your group. Let's see what we're working with. So you guys have the King. Okay, this is interesting because group number 2 had the Queen. So I just find it interesting when cards come right after another, especially in decks that I've shuffled for a long time. Oh, okay, you guys have the 4th house, and this is Mars in Cancer with Quarrel. Okay. Let's see. And then, and like 4th house talks about love life, romance, all stuff like that. And then you also have the Sun in Pisces with a vision, and 12th house. Okay. Okay. There might be some... Let's see what other cards you guys have. I have something in my mind, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's keep looking at what the oracle cards... Okay, you guys have 16. This is the Tower card. It says out with the old, in with the new. Heaven is showing you a sign that it's time to move in a new direction. Often, this is because you're not happy and feel a lack of purpose in life. This is a wake-up call to make changes that match your heart's desire and spiritual truths. So definitely a heavier reading, I feel, group number 3s. If you're not really ready for that, you can come back to this video next time or pick a different group. But I'm going to tell it in the most gentle way that I can. It's not too bad though, don't worry about it. I'm making it sound scarier than it is. Okay, be open to success. Yeah, this is the Chariot card. You have to look at all the wonderful things you can do when you listen to your divine guidance. You've balanced so many different priorities and have come out a winner. There will be a lot of recognition and praise headed your way, but don't be shy. Allow others to shower you with the gratitude you deserve. That's a good card. Ooh, see? What did I tell you? Alright, I think good things are coming in. Group number 3s, you have 2 of emotion. This is the 2 of cups. I personally feel that 2 of cups is like more of a love card than the lovers, but you know, to each their own. This says a relationship grows closer as 2 people fall in love, or a current relationship grows much stronger. Friendships may deepen into a spiritual connection. Mutual respect and understanding exist or will develop. Don't give up on relationships that feel challenging to you. There's still hope. Fantastic. All right. Ask your angels. And then the last card we have here, we have the Coyote and the Chura with Deceit. All right. So let me turn on the light real quick, group number 3s. Okay. Now I think it's a little bit brighter, but okay. So, all right, let's get straight into your reading. Let's see what the cards are saying. So, I think that we are specifically talking about a relationship, group number 3. It could be a romantic relationship. It could be a relationship with a family member. It could be relationship with friends, but it's some kind of relationship in one way or another. Simply because we have a lot of people cards in here, and not to mention like the energy that is giving off with Deceit, with you know, House 12 talks about secret enemies, people that you might not expect to be your enemy or someone who's not on your team. So it's really just giving a lot of people energy. So what I'm getting at is that you are currently going through a time in your life where you are needing to have faith and like keep your hopes up. It could be a difficult time, a tumultuous time in a relationship that is significant to you, right? No matter how what kind of relationship it could be. So for this reading, I'm going to stick to an example of like a romantic relationship so that we can have a clear example. But you could be going through miscommunication, a lot of quarrels with this card. You could be feeling like your happiness or the love that you want to feel seems very far away. With the sun being in the distant, I'm kind of getting the vibe of like you see what a happy future could be it with this person or with someone else, but it seems so out of reach right now. And with the Tower card especially, it just feels like it's time for a change. Something needs to change. You might be praying a lot to have answers, and you might just have come to this point where you realize that you cannot do this on your own and that you are asking for guidance from your angels, the universe. You might be praying to God. You might be talking to your family, your friends a lot about this situation. Now, what I'm seeing is that someone involved in this situation might not have your best interest at heart. And that could be two things. One, with the Chariot card, it could be that you need to really just let go and move away from this person. With deceit as well, like deceit and the 12th house is really just showing me that somebody over here right now in the situation is not having your best interest at heart. Someone is either lying to you or they're just not really understanding you. They're not being a team player. They're not thinking for, well, I would say that not everybody think for other people's best interest, right? Because we're all humans. We do care about ourselves to an extent. But this person is literally not taking you into consideration at all. And it could happen for a few reasons. It could happen because they're really just a selfish a-hole or a narcissist and they need to seek therapy and work on themselves. Or they could be in a time where they themselves are going through so much that they're just drowning in their own misery and their own struggles that they don't really have the time to, or the energy or the space to think for you. So with the King card, I'm seeing more of this as like a shadow attribute of the King, right? Especially if the person that you have on your mind or you're dealing with is more of a masculine energy. It could be an Aries, but if you feel like they're kind of just doing whatever they want now, coming from a very selfish place, they're not really being kept in check. That could be why the King card is over here, because just because they're a king, it doesn't mean that you can let them do whatever they want, right? Like kings need to be kept in check. That's why they have advisors. No one can have that much power. No one can veto whatever they want in the world. That's not how it works. And I feel like the person that you're having to deal this with is really not on the same page with you right now, group number 3s. And like, at the most extreme case, you really just need to walk away from this person, because with the 2 of emotion, I feel like the moment you step away, right, this is like a progression. You walk away and then you move towards something new, and that something new is going to be full emotional fulfillment. Really, nothing in tarot says emotional fulfillment and happiness and love more than the Two of Cups. And for you guys to have that after such a tumultuous energy coming from this side, it just really shows me that if you are thinking about walking away, right? I'm not giving you the suggestion to walk away, but if it's an idea that's already been in your mind that you're just waiting for the right time, just waiting for more confirmation, this is the confirmation that you need to walk away. And I completely understand. Like, it is such a scary thing, especially if it's a relationship that has been with you for an extended period of time, or something that means a lot to you, or something that is actually wrapped around your stability, that it could be so scary to just walk away from it. But like, I've been, sorry if you can hear my tummy, I'm kind of hungry, but I've been through this exact situation before, and my advice is that it really is the scariest when you are in the thick of it, when you have not decided, or when you have decided but you have not taken the action to act upon it, when you are at the precipice of this humongous change. That's when it is the scariest. And then you'll spend a couple of months perhaps, or weeks, right, afterwards dealing with the fallout. But it really is so much better after you've healed from it. So do not be afraid to step away from a situation that you know is no longer serving you, that you're just constantly crying over, or you just know that they don't have your best interest at heart. But it could also mean that with the Two of Cups, I'm also seeing that if you have not decided that you want to walk away, if you're still thinking, okay, let me see if there are ways that I can be on the same page as this person, let me be a little more patient, let me work on myself. If you are still in this energy of wanting to work on this with this person, right? You have not, they have not like taken the last straw. That Spirit is saying, yes, you have the chance to salvage this relationship. So whatever you're deciding to do, if you're deciding to walk away, it'll be completely okay. Have hope, have faith. If you are deciding to stay and work on this relationship, there is still hope in this relationship. So I'm going to do something a little bit different for you guys, group number 3. So with the other groups, what I did was, I basically just took advice for like a general advice for that one message. But because I feel like there's 2 distinct messages, there's like half of you or some of you that have already decided to walk away. And then there are some of you that are wanting to keep trying and keep working at it. So I'm going to take 3 cards, 3 for people who have decided to walk away, what advice or steps you should take, and then 3 cards for people who are deciding to stay and work on this relationship. I love to shuffle like that, but it flies all my cards away. So there we go. All right, Spirit, let's start with the 3 messages. Oh, okay. 3 cards for our group number 3s that have decided to move on from this person or this situation or this energy. 3 cards. Can I have 2 more, Spirit? Okay. Oh, oops, that's way too many. I just realized that we have 3, so I'm not gonna take those. Do we have 3? Okay, no, we didn't have 3, so let's take that. Alrighty, so okay. We have 6 of Swords, 2 of Coins. And the Four of Cups. It's kind of crazy because Six of Swords talks about really moving towards calmer waters. Some of you guys who are deciding to move away could have children, and that is why it is such, yeah, with this child over here too being guided by the angel, that is why it might be such a scary decision for you, because it's not just you that is involved, it is you and your child. And I sympathize. Like I understand. I am a mother that had to walk away from a relationship, so I get it. And trust me, it really is a lot better. Like, you got this. You got this. No matter what gender you are, if you're having to walk away from a partner that you have a child with, it seems like the scariest thing in the world. And it seems like you're doing such a horrible thing to your child. But I am just here to tell you that when you put your mental health and your happiness first, right? Not that it should be that much of a priority over your child, but when you take care of yourself, you're setting a good example for your children to follow, for them to see that they are worth their own time and energy. And you are letting them know that like you're taking care of yourself so that you can take care of them better. When you are happier, you'll be able to take care of the people that you care about so much better because your cup is full. You know, they'll be experiencing more love, less chaos. You will be there emotionally for them, and they're going to appreciate it. So if you have to step away from someone else so that you can do this for the people that you care about, be it your children or your family or your friends, whoever, that you will be all right. And you are not doing a disservice to them. And this is going to be very specific, but if you are mothers who have to step away from their partners and has a child that you need to raise, there's a really good book. It's called Kick-Ass Single Mom. So they have it on Audible, and they also have it like in book form and whatever. That book is really such a good read and really so empowering. So I really recommend that if you are needing a book like that. All right. So with the Two of Coins and with the Four of Cups, I'm really just seeing, okay, I'm seeing this as a story. I just feel that most of the people watching this video might be mothers who have to care for a child with these two cards. And that's because the partner that you were with was closed off to the kind of emotional offers that like you were given. They were so maybe focused on money or focused on material things that they're not really seeing the beauty or accepting the beauty that is right in front of them, right? The love that you were offering them. And after working so much to fix this relationship, maybe you just realize that it is time to go. And I really just think that the message that I'm getting is that if you have to go, go. If you have decided to leave, Spirit is saying, leave. Don't second guess yourself. You know what's best for you. Do it with the intention of having the highest good for others. Okay, and now let's move on to our group threes who decides to stay and work on this relationship. All right, okay, we have three cards that just flew out. So thank you, Spirit, for that ease. And you guys have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Empress. So, all right, with two aces, that signifies a new beginning. So really, if you decide to stay, you're gonna have a fresh start, right? And like I said before, you already intuitively know what's going to happen. I am really an advocate on not lying to yourself. So before watching this video, if you've already made the decision that you need to leave, don't look at these 3 cards and be like, maybe I'll stay. That's not gonna work for you. These are for people who have, you know, they've already kind of subconsciously made the decision, or knowing, they have this subconscious knowing that if they stay, things will be okay. Spirit is saying, yeah, things will be okay. You really do need to work on proper communication, but a breakthrough is coming. A way to get through to the person, your partner, or the person that you're having this issue with, that breakthrough communication is coming, that epiphany of like, that was the key word. I have been using the wrong vocabulary this whole time, causing crazy misunderstandings. Like, that was the word I had to use. Sorry about that. You know, like a moment like that. It's not going to be that heavy of an energy. And with the Ace of Cups, I am also seeing that not only will you be emotionally fulfilled and be happy in your own power, you will be able to also fulfill the emotional needs of this other person. And with the Empress as well, you will finally get back into your nurturing, loving, caring energy. Yeah, if you decide to stay and work on it, but it has to come, it will come after this epiphany of a communication that you're gonna experience. And then bottom of the deck energy for group number 3, for the both of you. I'm not sure if YouTube is gonna flag me for this. Let me censor this real quick. Oh yeah, the lovers too. That's cute. All right, I guess it's meant to be seen. Let me censor this card real quick. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, so with the Queen of Coins, what I am seeing is that no matter which decision you're making, you as a whole, group number 3, have this Queen of Coins energy. This is you. You are the Queen of Pentacles. You are powerful. You are able to support yourself. You have the knowledge, the wisdom, the guidance, you know, the stability. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles reflect the most realistic queen in my eye. Not too emotional, not too strict, not too passionate. She knows how to have a good balance of it all, right? She is the most, to me, the most representative of the Empress energy. And I think that no matter what gender you are, I think that's the kind of person you are. You are a strong person who's able to support yourself. And no situation in your life is going to knock you down, because the Queen of Coins is who you are. So have faith in yourself. Continue to pray if you feel like that helps you, because your answers, like your prayers, will be answered. And yeah, thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you, group number 3. You can leave me a like if you had found this video helpful, or if it had resonated with you. You can also comment to tell me your stories, or subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. I'm sending you so much love, and love to your family, your loved ones, your spiritual team. Thank you so much for letting me tap into the energy and for the messages to flow through to you guys. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!